music go.
What's up YouTube, it's the MLG Apache back with another video, and today we're talking about Rainbow Six Siege, specifically about some new information for the up and coming operators. Now remember, if you do enjoy this video, make sure you like and share, and if you're new, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more or you want to stay up to date with games, specifically Rainbow Six Siege. And if you want to read about all this yourself, I'll have a link in the description to an article, and that article will have a link to the Rainbow Six page where this information is at. But if you don't know, there is some new information on the Rainbow Six page, and it's all about the new operators and the Outbreak event. They do reiterate that it's one French operator and one Russian operator. They're, made up for the little Outbreak event where it's some sort of nuclear testing chemical type of operators that they needed to find. And the French one, they say, uses drone to maintain the perimeter in quarantined areas. And this sounds a lot like it's some sort of sentry. And if it's a sentry, I don't know how they would balance it, because obviously sentries are supposed to be very, very accurate. So I have played some games where the sentry either it starts out very inaccurate and then the accuracy kicks in, or throughout it's very inaccurate, but it'll hit like one bullet every now and again. But I don't really know how they would do it. It could be some other sort of drone, but it does sound a lot like it's a sentry. And then for the Russian, they say he uses self-dissolving nanobites that can be used in various ways. Now that's very vague, and it doesn't really give any idea of how he could use them. The article actually does say that maybe it's a buff to himself or teammates. And that's very interesting, because that would introduce a buff character to the offense, which would make sense, but at the same time, that's kind of unoriginal. It's already a concept that's with Doc. Of course, it wouldn't be with a stim pistol, so that would really be the only change, unless it's some sort of other buff that's not health, maybe some sort of damage buff, which I feel like would be very overpowered and very hard to balance. So I don't really know what sort of buff or what sort of use could be made from these dissolving nanobots, but let me know down in the comments what you think. If it's a sentry, do you think it's going to be balanced? Do you think it's a sentry, or do you think it's some other type of drone? Let me know what you think about that. And with the Russian operator, what do you think his gadget's going to be? Do you think it's going to be this buff, or do you think it's going to be something completely else, and what? Because I honestly have no idea what sort of gadget could use nanobots. Put that all down in the comments, and with that said, peace.